Stop everything. What I'm about to tell you will change the entire NFL landscape as we know it. This is not a drill. This is real. And if you thought the OFFSEASON was heated before, you've seen anything yet. Because right now, in the secretive back rooms of the Atlanta Falcons, a massive movement is brewing. And I guarantee you've never heard of a game-changing deal like this in the history of the league. MYSOURCES, and I mean exclusive insider sources, have just confirmed something that will shock you to your core. A player, an elite, a true superstar, is on the brink of a historic trade. I can't give away the name yet, not just yet, but believe me, the entire NFL is on edge. Phone lines are ringing off the hook, top GMs and head coaches are in a frenzy, and the entire Falcons organization is moving like they're on a high-security mission. This is an operation so secret, so high-stakes, that only a few insiders in the know have the full picture. But one thing is clear, something unprecedented is unfolding before our eyes. And the most important question, the one that every true football fan needs to ask, is who is this player? Who is the guy that has the power to transform a franchise and shake the entire league to its core? They're saying that the Atlanta Falcons, a team that has been stuck in rebuilding mode, has just made a move so bold, so insane, that it could shape the future of the NFL. And that this move involves a specific, generational talent who's not only entering the prime of his career but is also a player that the league has been watching and envying for years. But here's the clincher. This isn't just a fluke. This isn't some temporary fix. This is a grand strategy, a masterpiece in the making, and the entire league and the Falcons have their eyes set on a single game-changing objective. And that objective, to dominate the NFL for the coming decade, to build a dynasty, and to temper the unimaginable. Now let us pull back the curtain and start to lay out the context. Because before we get to the big reveal, you need to know exactly why this move is massive, why it makes sense, and why the NFL will never be the same again. The Atlanta Falcons, a team that up to now has been perched on the edge of a rebuild, have spent the last few months wading through a path of reconstruction. New GM, new head coach, a new vision. Owner Arthur Blank has made it clear that he's ready to spend, to go all in, and to go after a franchise player who can be the cornerstone of this new era. The OFFSEASON movements have been quiet but deliberate. They've been making secret meetings behind closed doors, encrypted calls that last late into the night, and private jet trips to LA, New York, and even Las Vegas. This isn't happening on a whim. This is strategic, precise, and designed to shake the league. And the key piece. A player who's not only young and elite, but WHOSESKILLS transcend the National Football League. A guy who can elevate a team like no one else can. And then, they found him. Yes, you heard me right. The target, the crown jewel of this insane plan, is someone who's been on everyone's radar for the last few years. And no, I'm not talking about some older veteran or a half-decent starter. This comes down to a guy who's already made his mark in the NFL and is just getting started. I'm talking about Caleb Williams. Yes, Caleb Williams, the phenom known for his heroics at USC, the guy who threw for nearly 4,000 yards, 27 touchdowns, and only 7 interceptions in 2025, all while rushing for over 380 yards and 3 touchdowns, is the player the Atlanta Falcons are about to make their centerpiece. And trust me, this deal isn't just about acquiring a piece. It's about changing the entire franchise identity. Let's look at the stats because they're staggering. Caleb Williams, at just 24 years old, has already established himself as one of the most electric QBs in the league. His arm talent. Top-tier, longest ball in the NFL, pinpoint accuracy, and a cannon that can shred defenses. His mobility. Elite. He's a threat both through the air and on the ground with over 386 rushing yards last season. His ability to extend plays, create chaos in the pocket, and make those jaw-dropping throws under pressure. Unmatched. He's a young star with a Heisman Trophy under his belt, a first overall pick in 2024, and a player whose market value skyrockets with every game. But what makes him a perfect fit for Atlanta? Simple. The Falcons are desperate for a franchise quarterback, someone who can elevate their offense, ignite the city, and finally bring that elusive Super Bowl back to Georgia. And here's the kicker. Caleb is on his rookie deal, a bargain at $10.8 million in 2026 with full control through 2027. That kind of cap efficiency, it's a game changer. It allows the Falcons to not only target him, but also to load up around him. Big-name free agents, explosive playmakers, and a revamped offensive line. Imagine the possibilities. With Caleb's arm, Atlanta could turn into a 40-point-per-game juggernaut in no time, doing what Peyton Manning did with the Broncos in 2013, but at a fraction of the cost. And what about his career achievements? He's already been an NFL MVP favorite before even fully reaching his prime. His college run? Historic. USC legend, one of the best college quarterbacks of all time. And the NFL? He's proven he can lead a playoff team, and insiders say he's not just looking for a paycheck. He wants to win. He wants to etch his name in the record books, maybe even chase Brady's 7 Super Bowls. Now the behind-the-scenes drama, it's thick. NFL insiders have told me that top personnel from around the league, including rival GMs and coaches, are all trying to block this deal. Why? Because a move like this would shake the league to its core. It would elevate Atlanta from a struggling franchise to a serious contender, a team feared by all. And what about the reaction from the Falcons' leadership? I've been told that owner Arthur Blank, a man known for his loyalty and patience, is now pushing for this at levels never seen before. He's willing to pay a premium, even if it means sacrificing draft picks or future flexibility. The Falcons' new GM, Ian Cunningham, a genius in the shadows, has reportedly been working tirelessly behind closed doors, negotiating with multiple teams and agents to get this done. Sources close to the Falcons say that the trade negotiations are happening at a fever pitch. And the number. It could involve multiple high-profile draft picks, a star player or two emerging from the roster, and perhaps even a conditional pick that escalates based on Caleb's performance. The financial implications, insane, but worth every penny because the Falcons are ready to reimagine their future. And then there's the coaching staff, led by Kevin Stefanski, an offensive mastermind who's been studying Caleb's game tape for months. I've gotten whispers that Stefanski is positively obsessed with integrating Caleb into his system. They're designing plays that unlock Caleb's full potential, emphasizing that rare blend of arm strength, mobility, and football IQ. The league is watching, rivals are preparing, and the NFL's heart is pounding because this could be one of the most consequential trades in the history of the sport. The next 48 hours, they're going to be critical, because if this move happens, it will send shockwaves through every franchise, every city, and every NFL fanbase. And here's where it gets even more intense. The media, they're already catching wind. Rumors are spreading like wildfire. Reports suggest that the Dolphins, the Jets, and even the San Francisco 49ers are all trying to get involved. But they're late to the party. The Falcons, they have the inside track and they're willing to go all in. And think about the financials. How does Caleb fit into the Falcons' scheme? Well, with his unique skill set, he can operate a complex modern offense that prioritizes quick reads, explosive downfield throws, and dynamic rushing attacks. His style. It's like a mix of Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, and a young Aaron Rodgers, except with the added bonus of being on a rookie deal. And the impact. Next season, we're talking about a quarterback who could average over 4,000 yards passing, 30-plus touchdowns, and 8-10 rushing touchdowns. Imagine the highlights, the record-breaking performances, and the sheer chaos he would unleash on defenses. Now let's talk about the big picture. This isn't just about one player or one team. No, it's about rewriting the NFL's landscape. It's about a franchise that's been in the shadows finally stepping into the spotlight. It's about the kind of move that turns a fan base from hopeful to delirious in seconds. And it's about a future where the Falcons are no longer the underdog. They're the kings of the league. As I wrap up, let me tell you this. The next 48 hours, the critical window, will be the defining moment of this saga. Everything from the price tag, the player involved, and the league's reaction hinges on what happens in those tiny, tense days ahead. Because once this deal drops, nothing will ever be the same. So I urge you, stay alert. Stay tuned, because what's coming next could rewrite NFL history, and I promise you won't want to miss a second of what's about to unfold. This is more than just a trade rumor. This is the biggest game-changing move the NFL has seen in years. And it's happening right now. Are you ready? Because I guarantee you the best is yet to come.